DP Tutoring welcomes you to this mixed-tiered Biology Paper 1 revision question on animal tissues, organs, and organ systems. Pause the video at different points to check your understanding before you continue.
Part A of the question simply asks you to identify the vena cava from the diagram above. You need to choose option A, B, C, or D. You need to remember that the vena cava carries blood into the heart from the body. The correct answer for part A is on screen. If you did not get this correct, please pause the video and review before you continue. Again, part B of this question is still focusing on the diagram on the screen. You are asked for this part of the question to identify which chamber of the heart pumps blood to the body. You are given the left atrium, the left ventricle, the right atrium, and the right ventricle, and you need to choose one of those options. The correct answer for part B of the question is the left ventricle, which is the correct chamber of the heart that pumps blood to the body. Part C is asking you to name the blood vessel that carries blood to the heart muscle. You are given three options, and again, very simple, very basic question, choose one option. The correct answer for part C, which is to identify the correct blood vessel that carries blood to the heart muscle, is the coronary artery. You need to remember that this is the only blood vessel that carries blood directly to the heart, and you need to be familiar with it. Part D of the question provides some information that the heart has some blood vessels which contain valves. You need to identify which of those blood vessels from the list below contain valves. The correct answer for part D, which is to identify the blood vessel which contain valves, is the vein. This is something you need to be familiar with because you will see it a lot in your exams. The next part of the question now asks you to state the function of the valves. At this point, if you don't know the answer, pause the video and check your understanding before you continue. The correct answer for the function of the valves is to stop blood flowing in the wrong direction, or AQA allows you to say stop blood flowing backwards or to stop backflow, which all of these answers are acceptable answers for AQA. The next part of the question provides you with a diagram of a capillary. AQA asks you to explain one way how the capillary is adapted for its function. When we ask or speak about adaptation, we are asking you to identify one structure that the capillary has that will allow it to carry out its function effectively. The correct answer for one way of the capillary is adapted for its function is on the screen. We can say that the capillary is one cell thick, so that there's a short diffusion distance, or we could say that the capillary has a large surface area to volume ratio for the exchange of substances. At this point, I would recommend to pause the video and review before you continue. The next part of the question provides a table with some information about 4 people and their blood group. AQA asks you to focus only on person W, which has 5 million red blood cells in 1 millimeter cube of blood. You are asked to write 5 million in standard form. The correct answer for writing 5 million in standard form is 5 times 10 to the power of 6. If you are not confident in writing in standard form, again, pause the video and practice writing in standard form or reviewing what are some of the rules writing in standard form before you continue. The next part of the question provides some information. AQA asks you to explain why having more red blood cells will improve athletes' performance. I think it's important that you pause the video, read through the information above, and get a clear understanding of the role of the red blood cells when a person is doing any form of physical activity. That is what you're asked to explain, and there are 3 marks for this question, so therefore you need to give us 3 points. The correct answer for why having more red blood cells will improve an athlete's performance is on the screen. You should know that the red blood cells, they are responsible for transporting oxygen. They are also needed for aerobic respiration. And you should know that aerobic respiration is needed to provide or to transfer energy when an athlete is performing. And that is why having more red blood cell is important to allow more energy to be transferred during performance or exercise.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more revision questions and exam tips. Like the videos, share, and leave a comment. The link to my website is in the bio.